Today we're going to look at circles, so the geometric definition of a circle. So what you need to know is that the definition of a circle is the set of points that are equidistant from a fixed point h and k, so the center. So we know that from, I don't know, math 1 maybe, that x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. And what that looks like is on the graph would be as if I had a fixed point h comma k, and if I had if I graph the points that are equidistant from the fixed point, so about that far away, actually, let's do it this way. Equidistant from the fixed point, you can see what kind of shape is being made. A circle. Okay, so a circle. Equidistance from the fixed point. So that's how we get all the points on a circle. All right, so we're going to make a sketch. And then I'm going to make a sketch and then find the standard form equation, which is that for the given circle. So we have a center at the origin and the radius is 3 root 4. So I know that I need my center, which is h comma k. So that would be equal to 0 comma 0. And the radius is equal to 3 root 4. So my equation would be x minus 0 squared plus y minus k. Oh, k is 0. Squared is equal to 3 times the square root of 4, all that squared. So simplified gives me x squared plus y squared is equal to 9 times 4, which is 9 times 4, 36. Okay, make sure you distribute that in. All right, the next one. This time we have I'll just use this line. A point at 1, comma 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so about like that. And that's the point 1, comma 4. And the center is at negative 2, 1, 2, 3, negative 3. So negative 2, negative 3. So what I need to do is figure out, in order to write the equation of a circle, I need the center and the radius. And it looks like I have the center, which is negative 2, negative 3. So I need to find the radius. So how would I find the radius? Well, if this is the center and we're going out to a point on my circle, let's just kind of sketch this in, then that right there is going to be my radius. So how do I find the radius? Well, we can just use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so what we do, it's the distance formula. I can have r squared is equal to the change in x squared plus the change in y squared. So r squared is equal to the change in x would be, let's see, x would be negative 2 minus 1, so x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2. So negative 3 minus 4. Okay, squared. So when I get the total there, that's going to be negative 7. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units down. That seems right. Okay. So negative 3 squared plus negative 7 squared, r squared is equal to 9 plus 49, which is, let's see, make sure I did this right. Yes, okay. Which is the square root of 58. Okay, so I can go ahead and say that my equation is, let's do a little tree action. 58 divided by 2 would be 25, 29. So I think that is not, there's no perfect squares there, so we can just go ahead and move on. So the square root of 58. So we get x, this is my h and my k, plus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared is equal to the square root of 58 squared, which is going to give me just 58. Okay. All right, so that's given basically like the center and the radius or some form to find those. Really quickly, let's identify the center and the radius of each one. Pause the video and go for it. I'll go ahead and do it now. The center of this first one, no h and k, so 0, 0. That's my h and my k. The radius, the 4 is the radius squared, so the radius is the square root of that, which is 2. So sketched, I would have a center at 0 and a radius of 2 on all sides. Diagonally 2, so it makes a circle. Okay, center. 8, this is negative h and negative k. So we get negative 5 and negative 3 becomes a positive 3. That's my center. And then my radius would be the square root of 64, which is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's draw this different. Yeah, let's draw this different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So the center, and then out 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, about like that. That's not so bad. Okay, so a nice large circle there. A radius of 8 with a center at negative 5, 3. Okay, this last one, usually if you look at our standard form equation, the coefficient on x and y is 1. So how would I change my coefficient to be 1? I'm going to multiply by 5 on both sides. So I get x squared plus y squared is equal to 5. So now my center is at 0, 0, and my radius is root 5, which is about equal to 2.24. Oh, my calculator's dead. Okay, so we're going to go to 0, 0. We got about a little more than 2. 2. And we're going to make a circle. Dunsies. Okay, next. Last problem. We need to write the equation in standard form and then sketch the circle and identify the center and the radius. So standard form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So we need to change this here equation into perfect square form. So I'm going to group the x and y's. Okay, so group. And I'm going to move over the 6 to the other side. So I get x squared minus 6x, leave a little room, plus y squared minus 2y is equal to negative 6. All right, time to complete the square. So we need to make a perfect square. How do we get, what number do I need to put here to get a perfect square? You can take your b value divided by 2 and then square that value. So we get negative 3 squared gives me 9, so plus 9. Okay. Another way I like to do this is we don't know our c value is question mark. Our b value is negative 6. If I want to make a perfect square, these two numbers need to be the same. So negative 3 and negative 3. Multiply those together to give me 9. So it's like backwards big X. What number needs to go into this spot? You can take the middle number, divide by 2 and square it, or -2, divide it into 2, -1, square it to get our C value, which is 1. So add 1. Okay, if I add 9 to this side, what do I have to do to the other? Well, I add 9. If I add 1, I'm going to add 1 to the right-hand side. Now it's time to factor. Okay, so I get, for the x's, x minus 3 times x minus 3, which is x minus 3 squared, plus y minus 1 squared is equal to, let's see, 10 minus 6 gives me 4. And that's it. I'm in standard form. Okay? So there I am in standard form. The center would be 3, -1 for my h and my k. And then the radius would be equal to, remember this is the radius squared, so the radius is equal to 2. Go ahead and give me a little sketchy sketch. Okay, radius of 2, 2, 2, and 2. Little circle. And we're done.